Okay. Rainbow Body, Part 2. I started off with the explanation of this rainbow body that is a legend in Tibet, India, and also, of course, in Christianity, as Jesus resurrected right before death, right at death, and the massive burst of energy in his body, the massive burst of his spirit refracted out and rippled out so fast that it burnt his image into the cloth or upholstery that he was wrapped with in that tomb that they put him in. And this is the same thing. It's the same thing as ascension, except there is several types of this light body or rainbow body. There's ones where one is instantaneously ascended into the light body while they're still living. There's cases where they've lived their whole life and they're preparing for death at an old age, and they kind of go into and prepare for it and kind of go into it that way, and make the transformation, which is a successful you know, the one where people catch on fire, they just all of a sudden spontaneously combust and they burn up in fire? Well, this is the successful way of doing it, okay? What Jesus did was he spontaneously combusted, but he did it successfully, the right, correct way. He followed the laws and all that, okay? There is a third type of light body activation, and this is the one where the person just dies, and just as he's dead, all of a sudden the energy comes out then, and the body shrinks. Over a period of 24 hours, the body, that person's body now turns a pinkish color, very pink, starts to shrink down to an ash about this big, and that's like a little human form of an ash, like that big. After like 20, 30 hours, that's what's left. The body literally disappears. It gets smaller and smaller to where there's nothing left except a little piece of ash this big. And the first one that I spoke of, the one where they just spontaneously ripple out, reflect that energy out, the spiritual energy, where they make the transformation instantaneously. In that case, there's only usually their hair and their fingernails left, and their toenails. That's all that's left in that case. The one where they just spontaneously ascend into the light body, there's only hair and nails left. In the other, the second, third type, where they basically get at the end of their life, sometimes there's nothing left. Because those people at that point have practiced their tradition or their religion for so long that they basically become living masters. They become so pure to the point where nothing is left in this world. Now going into the third case. The third case, their body is left over on the third case. But the body turns pink, just like I said before. It shrinks in size, down to the size of a kid, about on the 10th hour to the size of a baby, and on the 24th hour to the size of a 5-inch piece of ash in human form, and that's it. So you got to take it. Now, as going into part 2, I'm going to go into the Holy Grail, and I'm going to connect this with the light body, or the rainbow body, what we were talking about.